썬더볼을 어디서 써본다.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class.
부엉이 수업인가?
Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfect.
아, 커요.
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue.
귀여운데 혓바닥이 긴 거였어.
You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
밥 먹어라.
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition and cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
고양이인가?
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydew.
또 장난치려고 하다 얘.
Stupid thing.
고양이 수염 뽑으려고 하면 화낼 텐데.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone.
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
아, 그릉그릉해 좋아가지고.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald.
저 사이즈는 안 되지.
Her measles really took to you.
근데 고양이는 키우기 전에 본인이 알레르기 있는지는 봐야 돼요.
As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves.
예전에 저희 집에 데리고 올 때 고양이 알러지가 심해서 보냈었거든.
Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you
근데
can.
마법 세트 하기도 다 못할 정도로 마법을 많이 가르쳐 주긴 하는 것 같긴 한데.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well, lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
여기서
As I
히포그리프
said,
타는 건가?
we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back.
아, 히포그리프 맞네.
Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
격식이 있다고. 독수리라 그런가? 안녕하십니까 히포그리프님. 약간 인상은 좀.
I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on
이지를
her every once in a
해드리겠습니다.
while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know. At her, but she's a dreadful busy.
밥을 드리겠습니다. 아. 참 빵댕이 탐스럽네.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howard mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on.
치킨으로 만들면
what they're
맛있을까?
doing.
가죽이라고 하길래 갑자기.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
레벨 30짜리 퀘스트를 지금 하기 좀 빡셀 텐데. 다른 퀘스트 뭐 할 만한 게 없나? 기숙사가 어디더라?
Another house token for the house chest.
생각보다 토큰 개수를 겁나 많이 넣어야 되네.
I bet Black could tell a few tales about his days at Hogwarts. When
문 따는 기술을 좀 빨리 배워야 되겠다. 이게 문 열어야 될 곳이 제법 있던데. 여긴 내가 풀었고. 뭔가 있었네. 점프 안 되잖아.
Incendio! Revelio.
파란색은 뭐 하라는 건지 모르겠네.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
생긴 꼬라지가 좀
Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue.
월서 어떻게 빼지?
Odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly
한국?
undeadly. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as
겁이 없어서
hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next,
일단 관리인 아저씨가 몰래 투영 마법사라고 하는 건 좀 아니지 않나요?
Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
뭐야, 알로호몰 어디 있어? 아, 그냥 이거구나.
Alohomora.
뭘 돌려야 된다는 건지 모르겠네, 이거. 활성화가 된다는 게 뭔 소리인지 모르겠네. 이거. 한번 따봐야 알 것 같은데, 이거 문을. 뭔가 딸깍한 소리 같은 게 뭐가 나야 되는데 이게 원리가 뭐야 임마.
Alohomora.
이게 돌린다고 해서 뭔가 위치가 있어도 되는 게 아닌데? 나 이거 찾아봐야 되겠다. 뭔 소린지 이해를 못하겠다, 이거. 보자. 자물쇠 푸는 법. 제대로 하는 인간이 별로 없는 것 같은데. 돌리다 보면 열린다 한 새끼는 뭐냐. 아, 이거구나. 둘 다 그냥 움직이게 하라는 얘기구나. 네, 들어가세요.
Well done.
문 열기 더럽게 힘들게 해놨네.
Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
Revelia.
that every year, Matilda.
씨, 걸린다. 오,
That, what trickery are you up to?
딱 걸렸네. 아. 아니, 저 석상에 정신이 팔려가지고. 뚜껑은 연걸로 처리해주네. 그나마 다행이다. 금고 다시 하려 그랬어. 어쩔 뻔.
Revelio. This must be the prefect's bathroom.
They're saying that Ranrock's loyalists are preparing for a rebellion. Rude. Always mucking about, stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ranrock and Hyssop wouldn't be so combative if the Ministry would allow them to have one. One of those goblins comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. Or helm, I suppose. Rebellion. My Martin Professor Hecat.
Revelio.
I don't think that's what that class is for. She's right. Why don't you leave goblins alone? How dare you speak to a prefect that way? I'm a prefect too, twit. That's it. House points.
그 앞에 되게 알짱알짱거리네. 야, 씨, 일로 오냐.
I wouldn't. You are.
아유, 씨. 저 앞에 새끼 거슬리네.
Incendio. Levioso. Gallions!
아, 절로 지나가야 되는데 계속 사람 귀찮게 하네.
Levy.
돌아보지 마라. 돌아보지 마라.
I hope there are no students in the hospital wing on account of my venomous tentacula.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
넌 또 왜 이니 이 새끼야. 길 막으라고 있네. 빠른 이동할까? 올라오면 안 되는데 내려가야 되는데. 여기가 제일 복병이네. 잠이 힘들다 여기.
Hello, Amora. Revelio.
일부러 문 딴 거 치고 이건 털어갈 만한 게 별로 없다 여기는.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves, he drove the previous caretaker, rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a
이게 좀 수월하려면 투영 마법 쪽도 물려야 될 것 같긴 하네.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance.
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alahamora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry.
뭔가 찾는 애들이 많다.
Maybe in the courtyard.
월석을 좀 찾으러 다녀야 되나? 학교에서.
Clever? How offensive.
Revelio.
다니면서 레벨링으로 찾아가면서 뭘 해야 되겠네. 여긴 어디야?
Lumos.
A moment of your silence and attention shall soon be rewarded.
뭔 기믹 많이 숨겨놨네.
Incendio. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Mine now, demiguise.
와, 역류한다.
Revelio.
Oh, whoever played that note needs to re-
다니면서 자물쇠 있을 법은 다 뒤져봐야 되겠네.
Revelio. Alohomora.
알로호모라를 이중으로 넣어놨어.
Revelio. Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way, and I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time. Even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never heard of her.
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it.
아니 근데 왜 3학년이 5학년한테 깝치지?
Show it to me.
부탁해주세요 선배님 해야 되는 거 아니야?
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous by casting Depulso?
She once saved orphans from a wild Graphorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury Plain. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may have been exaggerated, but lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
What ended up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while. Just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows for sure.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make myself a copy.
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting. Revelio.
그럼 나방이 어디 있다는 얘기네?
Lumos.
활성화만 시키면 끝인 건가요?
Revelio.
And another. Yes, another inflating charm. How many times do I have to shit on other people? You've let me down, and you've let yourself. But no.
This must be the entrance to the
참
hall.
별게 다 있네 학교에.
Here it is. The Hall of Herodiana. Better go inside and find those puzzles. Now to see if Herodiana Byrne was as good as Sophronia said she was.
응? 낑기면 죽는 거구나. 낑기면 죽어서 계속 이쪽으로 오는 거네. 필요해 방 한번 가야 되겠네.